Hello, everyone. It's a rather shocking Wednesday on Your View this morning. I am Murayo Afolabi Brown. As always, I have my lovely co-host here with me. Waiki, how are you doing?
They say we should just sit down like this when we should.
Why? For
Already.
What? You there was a tsunami in Nigeria in 2015.
Please don't bring that drama. Let us not forget. Don't burst the bubble of this moment. What I think this Brexit too we are seeing. Now you're just saying tsunami.
No, but why are you saying it's shocking? Honestly, I was talking on Monday. I said something, and it's like all of you overlooked it. I said Trump has successfully brought the thing that has been inside the bellies of a lot of Americans. So you guys just saw the manifestation.
Okay, let us greet each other first. We'll talk about it. The studio is in the building, so we'll talk about him later.
Apart from that, it's even our hot topic, Abi.
Yes,
so we will be
talking this all day.
Because me, I knew he would win. Really, in my heart, I knew that guy would win.
So that's how this starts.
For them to even allow that man to reach where he reached.
Thank you. That was what I said.
Like, how are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, how are you?
And I slept. I wasn't up.
Yeah, I was up all night. 5 a.m.
Yeah, I'm doing very well. In fact, moving on to other news. Please, Mass Unilag at 50 dinner invites are out now.
Meaning
it's happening on the 25th of this month. Don't say you did not hear.
Is this strictly by invitation?
It's by invitation.
When you pay.
So why are you telling us? Are you giving us invitation?
Yes, now. So you can ask me for an invite. That's why I'm saying it. Okay. Morayo said to say it when the invites come out. You people said you did not hear when we're doing distinguished lecture. This one, we are now telling you, ask Jumoke for invite. That's all right.
Say you will not say we should come and pay.
We will give you dinner.
All right.
Would you donate to my department?
No.
All right. How are you doing, Owa? Any news from your end?
Fantastic. I was all over Trade Fair yesterday. The one at TBS, happening at TBS. It was good. I felt, well, maybe it's my first time going to any trade fair in Lagos, so I felt I needed to see more things that I wasn't seeing. But I'm sure that if YK had gone there, YK she has the eyes for all those things. You're a shopaholic. But it was good. We're working towards our Sexually Confident Woman conference.
Yes, so November.
And interestingly, someone called us up to give us like a 50% discount. I mean, he's going to mark up. It's like a philanthropist that he wants to pay for 30 women, but they have to register on time because he's taking 50% off the cost, so they will just pay half the fee. So hopefully,
that's your few.
That's fantastic. That's nice.
Hopefully, they should register.
Good stuff. All right. So
how are you?
I'm okay. I didn't sleep. I was up all night.
I didn't sleep too now.
Watching the
you are changing in this your old age. See your shoe.
Hey. My husband was warning me. Do you know my children went to school late? Tope's children went to school late. On top of this election matter, my husband was warning me. When I told you 3 a.m. switch off the TV.
My poor dog could not sleep. I was like, this man, go upstairs now. What's this nonsense? Go upstairs.
Let me tell you a funny story. One of the anchors on one of these foreign stations yesterday, they gave to win a referendum in California to legalize marijuana. So the anchor said, since they've legalized marijuana, all of them will be smoking it this morning.
All right, let's take a quick break. When we come back, there are only 2 papers ready because obviously everybody's waiting for
Brexit,
the announcement.
Brexit. Brexit 2.
Brexit 2 to happen. So they couldn't print. We only have 2 papers. When we come back, we'll slowly move through the papers.
Please, arms it.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Welcome back. We're starting with Vanguard.
Mariah, don't be dramatic.
Federal government, in fact, I don't even feel like talking about all this justice matter. It doesn't concern me again. Federal government slams 9-count charge against Justice Ngwota. Alleges he has 4 diplomatic passports, which violates the Immigration Act. Allegedly falsified age to acquire more diplomatic passports and to file charges against Justice Ademola Okoro today. Picture here of the next American president is, well, this is at the time of print, but we already know the answer to that question. So Naira crashes to all-time low. now 375 to the dollar. JV cash fall. Federal government reaches $5 billion settlement with international oil companies. Share ecological fund now. Governors tell federal government. And militants attack Transfocado's pipeline again. My worry over 2019 polls by Buhari.
I have that
Lots
one.
of stories here.
Please let us know
going
what the
first?
worry is.
So he was talking at a state dinner in Benin. You know, he's on a state visit to Edo State. And he mentioned that the way we have conducted the Edo elections and Rivers elections and the way we're foreseeing how the Ondo elections and the River State reruns will go, that he's that's the president now, President Buhari, that is a little worried for the elections in 2019. And all of us agree with him. The thing about the president, if you condemn him for a lot of things, you cannot condemn him for his honesty. You go outside the country and go and tell you the truth about his people, regardless of whose ox is God. He's saying what we have all been worried about, that INEC has been inconclusive.
Yeah. And there's some people calling for Mahmoud to actually step aside if he can't do the job.
Murayo, I wish we would be prepared for 2019. I love, in as much as we were talking about, I love the way technology is just bringing all the results to bear with the US elections. Can Nigeria move to that? It's not like we cannot afford it. We can afford it. You know, let us move ourselves from this Agbero style of governance and let us move to the point where we see clear terms and, you know, no more paper collation. They will not tell you the paper went missing or somebody did not calculate it well. You know, all those kind of drama. It doesn't need to happen anymore. Yeah, so if you really want to change Nigeria, we must change the electoral system in our country.
Yes, and the act that actually governs it.
Yes, you need to change the constitution.
You need to change it.
You know, they were even voting long before the
before the
election.
Tuesday, like,
But some people had voted last week. And we didn't even know that those ones were voting for Trump.
Anyways, Ngwota, they said that he actually falsified age to acquire some diplomatic. But did you read that story, Jumoke?
Yes, I did.
Federal government slams 9 accounts.
Yeah, so they are taking the anti-corruption fight seriously with our judges. As the custodians of the law themselves, you know, the government knows that they must do this right. If not, they will lose their case. So they've charged Justice Nguta to court for a 9-count charge.
Okay.
How would one person have 4 diplomatic passports?
Well, he falsified age, so maybe he was saying he's 24.
A lot of our politicians have football.
You know,
ages.
because what I'm asking is, diplomatic passport is supposed to be,
Maybe
you know,
they had expired.
do they expire?
Yes, now when it
Really?
expires, when they expire, they will renew. And
Let's move on. This
And he will now keep it.
This issue of share ecological fund now. This is how they were hammering that they should share all the proceeds.
God will bless you, Morayo,
They
for
already
reading that
putting
story.
pressure on federation. Say share the ecological fund. Yeah, say that the funds are there available for them to assist them, but don't put any more pressure because we'll hold it against you again. This matter.
I agree. Ecological funds are for what exactly? Is it to stem global warming?
It's all part of it with the
deforestation, desertification
Who's
in the
asking to
north.
share the money?
The
governors.
Again, that's how they did Jonathan then.
As usual.
And everybody's saying Jonathan didn't leave money. They have forgotten the governors that were asking for the money that time.
All right.
Well, they should do the right thing.
Let's move on to Daily Sun. Although I didn't read the total article, so we don't have the details of what Adeosun said in response to that, but they were actually appealing to her to release the funds. Okay, Daily Sun, which is our final paper this morning, Dasuki Gate. EFCC seals up Governor Umahi's properties. Anti-graft agency's action absurd, says associate. And the Sun spokesperson's conference attracts federal government's attention. Obasanjo, Yaradua, Jonathan blew 70 trillion in 15 years, 1980. Some individuals behind fresh Boko Haram attacks, says Buratai. Pandemonium at Lagos airport over mock terror attack. And federal government slams 9-count charge against Supreme Court Justice. I wish somebody read the Lagos State Airport thing. Nobody read that.
Did.
Oh, you did? Great.
Yeah.
What happened?
So the Nigerian Air Force yesterday were carrying out a mock terrorism attack at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Ikeja. And pandemonium broke loose because they were shooting into the air like they were real terrorists. You know, one woman that had her baby flung the baby
Are you sure she flung the baby?
She flung the baby, is what Daily Sun said. And then there was a 50-year-old airport staff worker also who collapsed.
Yeah.
You know, and they were trying to...
Many injured.
Yeah, they were trying to revive him. Anyways, they now said to them, it's just a mock...
No, but wait, were they not supposed to carry them along
No,
first?
it's a mock terror.
Hey, but you need to let them know.
No.
What are you talking
Excuse
about?
me, when you people have fire drill here, do they tell people?
No, fire drill is a different.
From a mock terror attack.
Excuse me.
When you're going to be using real guns, real bullets.
No. The guns being shot, it wasn't real bullets, so it wasn't going to kill anyone. Now, excuse me, YK, you don't
Rubber
sell...
bullets has injured people.
What we're saying, we should have informed at least the officials
Of
in
the
Murtala,
airport, yeah.
so they know to help people instead of the pandemonium that happened.
Can I ask
Hang in there.
May I answer the question by saying that if they told them, they would not have gotten what the research was about. The response of people in case it was... What if it was real terror?
Can I ask you this
What if somebody had
question?
really died in this mock?
Thank you. That's the question.
What if
I
somebody had
wanted to
died?
ask
So
her.
because
What
you're in
if
a country
somebody
where,
had died?
because you're in a country where somebody cannot sue you, because the government was doing a mock test. If it was another country, they can sue the federal government or whoever is charge of this for somebody who died.
I trust if someone died, you would have told us it was real terror. You will not be
No,
mocking it.
or even if they didn't die, Morayo, and you have to go for treatment, you broke your leg.
Yes, now.
Or they,
Who's gonna foot the bill?
A lot of people actually got really
Yeah,
injured.
injured.
This man, the article doesn't
it's not
say
right.
the article doesn't say if the staff member has been revived yet. You know.
It's very sad.
especially when we are living in a world of terror.
Yes.
Already, we are terrorized already.
That was a Nigerian terror
And now,
effect.
in our worst thing
Then you
is,
now come and terrorize us.
even
on
at the
top of
Rio
that.
Olympics, they kept on doing drills in case of fire outbreak.
Yes,
but
now.
everybody
Everybody
was
was
carried along.
All right, let's take a quick
Which
break.
kind of terror is that? They are terrorists.
YK, that's how we're sitting on this seat one day that they did fire drill. And only
Fire
us.
drill is
But we
routine,
already know
because
now.
once you hear the sound, you know what it means, and you go outside. Here, someone just wants to start shooting around. Hey,
Oh,
let's
we
take a
dive in fear.
YK, let's take a break. When we come back, unfortunately, we don't have a lot of papers today, so we can't take up too much time. All we're talking about today is Donald Trump.
And Hillary Clinton.
We're trumping away. And our darling Hillary Clinton. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View. Welcome back to Your View. Welcome back to Your View.
Welcome back. According to U.S. election results this morning, Donald Trump won the U.S. presidential election in a stunning victory that sent shockwaves around the world. The Republican took the key swing states of Florida, North Carolina, and Ohio early this morning as he marched towards the White House. Mrs. Clinton also actually conceded by calling Donald Trump to congratulate him. Now, share your thoughts later on. We're going to bring in Trudy to express his own thoughts on this. But first, let's hear your thoughts on the entire elections. You can call us on 070-8066-8014. You can tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag YourViewTVC. So we're doing Hillary all the way today. No, not Hillary. Trump, but Trump in a way. YK, your thoughts?
Yeah, well, you know, the thing is, during the Felicitation Symposium, someone came up and said, Trump is America without the mask. Hillary is America with the mask. Now, Trump was actually speaking
The
to
minds.
the minds of the people. He was talking what they wanted to hear, what they...
What they represent.
exactly.
Interest-
And it's just panned out in the results of the election.
When I was going through those results yesterday at night, and one of the key states of Florida, and the analysts were saying that the Hispanics came out to vote. Yes, they actually came out en masse to vote. But what they did not predict was the white, blue-collar guys were actually also came out just as much as the Hispanics.
Thank you.
In Florida, the college graduates, those that were college graduates in Florida, the white guys, they all came out to vote during that period. So it's obvious, like it was so we knew that Ohio might go to Trump, but Florida, we really hoped that we would get Hillary would get Florida. That was so painful.
Listening to analysts this morning, they said rather than vote across party lines, that lots of people were voting across class lines. So people who bought into the Trump vision, YK was saying that they're misogynists, they're racists, and here was somebody preaching this hate message that they bought into. So they were like, regardless of which party I support, this is the America of my future.
Let me let Uwa come in here.
You know, when you talked just now, when you're saying about people coming out, the white class that nobody, I think, when I sat back to really analyze, is it possible that over the years, those people have decided, you know what, this one's their jokers. When I see the candidates that I am interested in, I'll come up. Because I think a lot more people voted this time around that didn't participate. Yes, that didn't participate.
A lot of the undecided.
Especially the people that are geared towards the Republicans.
Yes.
You know, I wanted to say something. You know, Donald Trump, of course, he preached a lot of hate messages, like Jumoke rightly said. But for me, I think I'm looking at the positive of this matter. You know why? If you say you want to build walls, fine. We keep depending on America for so many things. If truly he sticks by all his promises about building walls, driving everybody back to their country, I think is a fantastic idea, because it is a time for us to look inward and now truly build our economy. Look at the United Arab Emirates, for instance. The Sheikh was not waiting for the policies that would affect America to build his country. So that is what we should be, because we are always dependent. Whatever happens, as if America is the Lord and Master.
Another thing is that a lot of Nigerians were posting messages on WhatsApp and Twitter.
There's a lot of propaganda.
A lot of it. Those Nigerians now, they say that Ambode has sent BRT.
Carry them.
Yes. Wow, bring them.
Talking about Nigerians,
Express
I spoke to my
back to
brother.
Nigeria.
My brother, I have not spoken on this thing since they started the campaign. But for the first time, I called him and I said, "Oh, bros, how far now? So are you going to go and vote? So who are you voting for?" For the first time, I heard my brother tell me he was voting for Trump. I was like, "What?" I wanted to get off. I was like, "What? Trump, Bao?" He said, "Yeah, I just trust him. There's something about him that I just trust. Hillary, she's part of the system. She's part of the system that has kept black African Americans in a certain way for so many years, and Trump gives us some kind of hope." And I'm wondering, really?
With everything
how would you say that? You know, an African immigrant that turned. So I'm wondering, that's the perspective a lot of.
He's making it a lot of sense, because there's a lot of
the boss is going to collect.
there's a lot of aid, you know, living in a certain, you know, for African Americans that they believe, oh, aid. I think if truly Trump, you know, sticks to his promises, a lot of people that are truly
promises. You just said I promise.
He was just going to make America great.
I promise.
We're just going to be great.
No, he didn't say anything specific.
We're going to be great.
He never. A lot of times, Hillary, you know, she spoke about what she was going to do, her plans. I never had any plan.
He doesn't have any.
No, he was just very. But interestingly,
honestly,
one of the analysts was saying that he got a lot of evangelical votes. A lot of Christian whites came out to vote for this man called Trump.
Why? Why were they supporting him?
Well, there's always the moral angle of the gay community, the issue of abortion. Those are issues that Trump preached against strongly against. So these are also people who have not voted in many years, and they've been undecided. And suddenly, we now see the upsurge of them coming in for this election, voted, and those numbers actually counted for Trump. It's pretty interesting.
But you see, is there another theory about, you know, when you say women's rights, freedom of gender and all that? I keep saying to you people in Nigeria, these people, they are just preaching it in paper. 9 days. It's true. Yes. It's just in paper. So you come and you are fighting. Look at it. A lot of women. Imagine if all the women mustered and said because Hillary was a woman and they were
think-
going to vote for her.
I don't forget about that one. I said one woman today, a Democrat.
Yes, now.
She was saying, I voted for Trump. A Democrat, she said,
Listen,
I voted for
I
Trump.
think it's beyond that, though.
I don't think she is ready.
I don't think Hillary is the right person.
I don't
so
think-
she didn't even win a lot of women.
No, I don't think it's about the fact that the gender issue. I personally don't think it's a gender issue.
think
it was-
so? I don't think it's
I think it was more about the precedents that Obama has set with his policies concerning all these other issues that binge on the moral the moral fabric of the American society. I think that's pretty much
You see,
what it is. It has not so much of the fact that she was a gender, she was a woman issue.
No.
There's a
That's
woman-
what I
there's
think.
a woman issue. Don't deceive
It's
yourself.
a woman issue because remember, they rather vote a black man into
Than vote a woman.
American government
Than
a
vote a woman.
That is how she won. He won. Obama won because as much as they are racist, they are still
Let me take-
like woman. Now,
Okay.
this one came. This one with all the nonsense he was saying. That even you say when we talk like that, we
Let me take
everybody was horrified.
let me take David. David, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. Good morning.
Thanks for calling. How are you?
Yeah, I'm a first-time caller.
Welcome to the show.
You guys are doing a great job, and I pray you keep it up. Talking about Trump election, I believe America has decided there's nothing you can do. You have to abide by their decision. And whatever the consequence of their decision, they have to deal with it for the next 4 years.
Yes, sir.
So, as a matter of fact, I would have preferred Hillary Clinton, but there's nothing anybody can do.
Yeah.
We have to give him our support.
All right.
Whatever you can do. As regards Nigerians in America that he promised to send back home, to deport back home, I think they should come back home and go Nigeria. and
Grow
make
our own
Nigeria
country.
better.
Maybe you pay their salaries. Thank you very much, David.
All our nurses and doctors.
Hang in there.
Any drama
wait,
like
wait.
this forces us
We
to
need to
bring
take
out
a-
the
I need
best
to
in
set an
us.
appointment with
Hang
the
in there.
governor so we
We
plan
need-
the bus that we will send. How many?
We need to take a break because Chude Judon has been an avid supporter of Clinton, and I'm so itchy to find out what he's thinking and what his thoughts are towards Nigerians in America or Africans in America. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Welcome back. So the 2016 U.S. presidential election campaign was long and exhausting, with controversies and surprises coming thick and fast as the two nominees, Republican Donald Trump and Clinton, battled for the White House. Finally, the winner has obviously been emerged, and Trump is going to be the 45th president of the United States. Joining us is a media entrepreneur, Chude Judon. Welcome to the show. You can call us on 07080668014. You can tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag your VTVC.
He had a deep sigh.
So,
Why- May we take some tweets, please?
sure. Go ahead.
So we set the piece. J.O. Kwandu says, payback time for Obama, who was a disappointment for most of us, let the trumpet Trump. Ademiroju says, revelation of how the NDC dealt fairly with Bernie Sanders has its effects. Aliu says, change has come to America. Puma says, Americans have chosen change rather than stay in continuity, and this is sure to influence the world's mindset. Kathy said, the 18 years younger voters never came out en masse to vote, especially the blacks. The votes had more aged voters.
Can I just say, I am tense for real. Please send TVC camera crew to work Shoyinka's house, to Wole Shoyinka's house, so that we can all see how he's steering the green card.
Okay,
Thanks.
let's take a break. Let's watch the acceptance speech of Donald Trump's.
Will have the opportunity to realize his or her fullest potential. The forgotten men and women of our country will be forgotten no longer. We are going to fix our inner cities and rebuild our highways, bridges, tunnels, airports, schools, hospitals. We're going to rebuild our infrastructure, which will become, by the way, second to none. And we will put millions of our people to work as we rebuild it. Now it's time for America to bind the wounds of division. Have to get together. To all Republicans and Democrats and independents across this nation, I say it is time for us to come together as one united people. It's time. I pledge to every citizen of our land that I will be president for all Americans, and this is so important to me.
So, hearing that kind of speech, Chidi, and your thoughts on what happened, the pre-election campaign and all that, now being summed up to this, what are your thoughts generally?
I mean, obviously, Trump winning is a surprise for most of the world, but I had no doubt that whoever wins would have made this call, would have said, I'm going to be president for all Americans, and we're going to come together. That's how, you know, people, I said it on TV 2 days ago. Someone said, oh, he's not going to concede. I said, look, if you've paid attention to American politics for the past 20, 24 years, he would have conceded. Americans have an uncanny ability to come together, no matter what happens. Like this morning, Hillary Clinton conceded, even though some of our supporters were saying something must be wrong with, that's how America is. So the fact that he has said we will come together is of no shock to me. I mean, what he will do after January is a different matter entirely. Maybe he stocks the place with conservative judges and all of that is a different matter entirely. But what he has done this morning is not surprising to me.
It's not surprising to you, okay.
that he says we are going to come together.
Okay.
You are a media strategist, if
Yeah.
I would put it in that way.
Yeah.
Now, do you think, because from what we saw, media was in favor of Hillary Clinton. You know, she had all the strategies in place to ensure that, you know, there was, the votes will sway in her favor.
Yeah.
So do you think media strategy is enough? Because right now we're seeing, Trump from nowhere with all the bad publicity he had, yet he's still emerging and president-elect.
There are two things. First, as a person, I was supporting Hillary Clinton. I've been supporting Hillary Clinton since 2004. I supported her when she lost against Obama. So, you know, my support for Hillary is not about who she's running with. But as an organization, as statecraft, our internal models predicted the Trump win. So, yes, because there were 5 things that the way media has changed. The media is no longer influential in the hands of the people that are editors and producers. No, the media is in the hands of the consumer.
Social media.
Because I had worked on the Buhari campaign, I know that it's not about what the establishment and the gatekeepers say. It's about what the mass believes.
True.
And if you listen to what Trump said, he talked about the forgotten people of America.
Yeah.
Look, no matter what he did, no matter what he said, no matter who it attacked, he had a flaw he never went beneath. And that was a remarkable thing. Now, in terms of the media, people say the media establishment liked Hillary. But the news was full of negative stories against Hillary. So her emails, when the exit polls...
He had negative stories too, a lot of negative stories.
But they said, but the emails got 65% of coverage, of total coverage, was focused on her emails. And it might not have been important to the establishment, her emails, because they understood the complexity of it. But for the everyday American, look, they looked at these emails and they thought, this is a crook. This is a crooked woman. And I was deeply worried about the fact that her entire campaign did not address the fact that people thought she was a crooked person and that she was a criminal. She didn't address it.
She kept on avoiding it.
She kept thinking that, look, the fundamentals of this race are strong. Latino voters, African-American voters, female voters.
That's where I wanted you to come in.
You know.
That Latino voter, what happened to them? Because
they were just not enough. They were just not enough. Look, there are more...
Was it that they were not enough, or that the white voters just came up from nowhere and
but
just...
demographically, up until 2044, according to the Census Bureau of America, ethnic minorities will be the majority. But people forget that white voters, middle-aged, non-college educated white voters, male, middle-aged, non-college educated white voters are still the majority demographic in America.
So you're agreeing with YK that they're misogynists?
I'm agreeing that they don't like Hillary. You see, I try not to blame the voter. I never, you know, when Brexit happened, when the Buhari campaign happened, I said, look, blaming the voter is going to stop you from winning next time. I don't think, and again, it sounds strange coming from me, but as a political strategist, not as a fan of Hillary, I was deeply worried by the fact that she didn't have a message that resonated
With the
beyond people who already liked her. That was a problem. She didn't tell anybody who was skeptical about her, look, I'm not a crook. These emails were bad.
She didn't allay their fears.
She didn't allay their fears. So the expectation was that, like Obama's election, Latinos were going to turn out more and African Americans and white voters. What happened is that both sides turned out.
They came out in
And
mass.
they came out in mass.
Yeah, I was going to ask you. You said you've supported Hillary against Obama.
Yes.
Why?
Because I think that she's one of the most qualified people ever to run for office, for American presidential office. Also, I think that she's a very...
Even with her crooked background?
I don't think she's crooked, that's the thing. And that's what worries me, because it's like the FBI thing. This is how Hillary Clinton scandals happen. They make something small happen, they make it into a big deal, FBI comes in, Senate comes in, etc. At the end of the day, nothing.
Nothing happens.
It's like this FBI thing, that's what has been happening for 30 years. Nothing. But it just keeps piling up on her head. She's crooked, she's a criminal, etc. And those things, and the way that people consume media now, something from the New York Times has the same popularity as something by your friend on Facebook.
True.
There is no difference between one thing or the other. So people kept thinking that because the media could sift through, but that's not how the media is consumed. And that's what Bernie Sanders understood. And he kept warning them that you're not paying attention to the way these guys are consuming this information.
Yes, okay, go ahead.
Chude, you are one person and your organization that some of us would just love to hate, you know, because of your political involvement in 2015 election. And the reason is we felt that don't come and package someone that is old in this 21st century for us. But people kept on saying to us also, but look at Hillary, she's 68. Look at Donald Trump, he's 70. What do you people mean that someone who is old cannot? So please do a comparison analysis of the American elections and Nigerian elections as it happened last year.
Right, first things first, it's weird that I'm supporting Hillary. It's weird. And it's because it's not about this election. Because typically, I would be more of a Sanders Trump person, because I'm also essentially an anti-establishment person.
Okay.
And I've been saying for 2 years in all my speeches that people are not listening to the everyday Nigerian, everyday citizen. After Brexit, I tweeted and said, look, why are people blaming the voter? You know, it's the job of the person that is pushing an agenda to explain that agenda to the electorate. You can't say, oh, you are so stupid. It's your job to sell that vision. So, and it's not just the Nigerian election. We're working in about 2 elections across the sub-region now, and we're working for insurgent candidates. So I have particular experience with working for citizen-led opposition candidates. And so on the part of age, it's irrelevant. Look, Buhari, you know, we can have a debate about a conversation about how disappointing we have, you know, it has been. But Bernie Sanders was connected with young voters, with 18-year-olds, 17-year-olds were voting for the first time, 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds. They were not concerned about his age. It's like Fashola said, it's not their age as the problem, it's the age of the ideas. And so age is not relevant. It's not really because a person is old. It's because the person just refuses to get with the program.
True.
Let me, there were some speculations yesterday that if Hillary becomes president, the stocks will remain the same, investors won't pull out because it's predictable. When Trump, if Trump...
Stocks have plugged this morning.
if Trump becomes president, what are the ripple effects across the world, especially because of the uneasiness? And do you predict a new America where there might not be the world power anymore? Where what are the predictions as you guys?
Things. Something I posted yesterday, somebody just retweeted it this morning. I'm not afraid. I wrote an article for CNN yesterday. I'm not afraid for America. Look, I voted Hillary not because I think that Trump will be...
You voted?
Sorry, I support...
I won't know. I know.
I supported Hillary not because I thought that Trump would be a disastrous president. I thought that she would be a better president. Trump... Trump, I don't think that there will be... America has too many strong institutions, too many powerful conventions for one man to wreck it. Also, I don't necessarily think that Trump... Look, the stocks fell down. They fell down after Brexit. They went back up. Look, we might want to punish Americans that were expectations to say, oh, everything will be destroyed. But the truth is, I don't think too much will be destroyed.
They have a strong system.
At worst, there will be an equilibrium. At best, he might turn America around. Who knows? He's a chaos candidate. Chaos candidates are 50-50. They can turn left, they can turn right. We don't know. We do know that with Hillary, there would have been stability. What American voters are saying is that this stability is not working for us. You know, it's like the Jonathan Buhari.
We want a change.
It's like, look, I don't just care. In fact, it can even get worse.
Yeah.
We just want to change this. So that's where. But the thing that the thing that's dangerous about him is the social fabric. What message does a Trump win send to young girls about misogyny? What does it send to people about sexual abuse? What does it say to people about one young woman who could see another glass ceiling? A black young woman who thought, look, if a black man could be president, if a woman could be president, and I, as a black young woman, can be president.
Minority.
What happens to those? So that's the real problem.
Let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll take your phone calls and tweets on this. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Yes, welcome back. I think I have a call. Good morning.
My name is
Abdul Hakim. Good morning.
Yeah.
Thanks for calling. Go ahead.
My contribution this morning on the just concluded U.S. presidential election is that my father once told me. Are you hearing?
Yes, go ahead.
His father was?
Yeah, my father once told me that academic success is different to personal life success. That is, irrespective of whatever thing you are holding, God has a way of doing his thing. So in this now, I want to tell you that God has come up with another plan for the whole world. You understand? For the whole world. And I will tell you, just like what you people have been saying, that at the end of the day, this is a new ground now for every region, every country in the whole world to sit back and do something. Do your thing. You understand? Do your thing so that at the end of the day, you won't sit back and rely on US.
True.
Okay.
You know? And one thing I want to add equally is that at the end of the day, this is a signal that irrespective of whoever you are, if you are clean, if you come up with clean, because a lot of accusation against Clinton.
All right, thank you, Abdul Hakim. Thanks.
So, sorry, I have a question. You know, there were strong allegations that Trump is in very close alliance with Russia.
Yeah.
What are we projecting in that area, and what do we foresee?
Look, first of all,
if there's any form of relationship.
First of all, those relationships with Russia were very deeply exaggerated. It was all part of campaigning. There is nobody established any proof that Trump has even spoken. In fact, Trump said Putin likes him. The only time they found that he was lying, that they were only on the TV channel. He was in Abuja, they were in Lagos, there was a split screen. You know, Trump is a liar. So, but I think that look, Americans essentially, you know, one of the best ways to know that Americans are together, abuse America.
True.
Go to America, like the Gangnam Style guy. Remember, he was huge in America, and they unveiled a video where he said, "Die America, die," and that was the end of his career in America. Totally. The worst thing that you would do to Americans is insult America. Then you see them come together.
Let me take this call from Usman. Usman, are you there?
Good morning.
Good morning. Go ahead. Thanks for calling.
Yeah, I just have one question, please. Hello?
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, did Wole Soyinka tear his green card?
We'll ask him. It's pretty early to find out, but I'm sure the papers will carry that tomorrow. So we'll get you, give feedback.
So do you?
Yes,
do you see Trump isolating America?
I don't know. Trump is such a wild card.
You call him a chaos candidate.
He's a chaos candidate. So, but he's always the guy that has businesses in China, has businesses across the world, in the Middle East, etc. So, with a guy who understands business across the world isolates America, but we don't know because Trump the politician was so different from Trump the businessman.
No, talking about Trump the businessman today. You know, most of his businesses, he had some crumbling,
empires,
ups and downs and all that.
Yeah. And he filed for bankruptcy.
Yeah, if he decides to run America like a business, do you see, success or progress?
No, if he tries to run America like his businesses, America is in trouble. Because his businesses failed. Trump is a failed businessman. Trump used to be a real estate guy, people forget. But after he brought bankrupt, basically he's a licensor. What he does is licenses his names for people to create fantastic movies. So if he runs America like he runs his businesses, then America is in trouble.
My fear is, there are so many videos that have come out of him being a white supremacist. I mean, really being facing black people. There were these 5 boys that were charged, and then they were jailed. I think they got 13 years. Then the DNA came out, and he said they should give them the death sentence. The DNA came out; they were innocent. He never apologized. He was still like, because they were black. So I have that. Is he going to be racist?
I'm very worried about his attitudes. The one thing I'm worried about is his attitudes to Latino and black Americans, which is good for them, for black Americans, because they should have come out to vote. They underestimated the threat that a nationalist move in America was going to create. You know, so the young people, young voters under 30, black young voters that didn't come and vote, because they grew up in an America that Obama was president. They don't understand how tough America has always been.
But even when Obama was president, they were still killing them anyhow.
But emotionally, you know that entering into America under Obama was different from entering into America before Obama.
True.
Like even there's a psychological lift to having a black president.
So that was where I was going to. That younger African American, below 30.
They're in for a tough ride.
Yeah. How? Because especially for the Nigerian Americans or even Africans
in fact,
who have migrated.
I have no sympathy for them. You know that many Nigerian Americans were supporting Trump. Especially the ones that are born again.
Including her brother.
They're supporting
the
Trump.
boss. I'm looking for appointments. He's governor.
So that's the thing. But you see, my brother was saying that the African American president was there 8 years, and they couldn't do anything. He didn't do anything significant for the African American community. And there's this. They feel like there's a system. There's a group of godfathers who the establishment are the ones actually prodding him towards a certain way to keep the African Americans in a certain way. So they are hopeful that yes, even though Trump is brash, but at least we need that brashness. We need that somebody who can actually force us and push us to a better future. Do you agree?
I wish them the very best.
Because I really disagree.
I seriously doubt that Donald Trump will be good for blacks.
Okay.
There is nothing in his DNA, in his history, in his nothing.
Thank you, Chude, because I was going to tell you that me going to the American embassy, I didn't have to go there, but I know that people who have been to the American embassy since Obama has been, there are a lot of black Americans in the Kenya. It's easier to get visa. Go for visa now. You will hear, you will do.
I think it's psychological.
Unfortunately, we have to run.
There's validated white
supremacists.
And that's a deeply dangerous thing.
I wanted to take tweets, but I was going to say that what is the lesson for us in Nigeria? But more importantly, would you be working for President Buhari if he comes out in 2019?
Would President Buhari be coming out in 2019? I mean, like his wife said, if things continue, I align myself with Buhari. If things continue
do you regret
the way,
supporting Buhari?
No, I don't. I don't regret any citizen-led movement that shows people that citizens can always vote you out.
Gotcha.
Right. Okay, true. Superior argument. I agree with that.
We have to run now. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I had fun. It's great.
Yes.
I'm finally here.
Take this one.
Unfortunately, that's all we can take on the show. Have a lovely day. We're still watching. Hopefully, there's a miracle.
There's no miracle.
Maybe Nigeria is going to fast and pray.
Congratulations, Trump. That's all we can say.
All right. Have a lovely day. See you tomorrow.
We wish the blacks there well.